What's going on, everybody? I'm back once again. I'm going to talk about, as usual, the sales I've had on eBay, the clothing sales I've had over the past week. I'm going to talk about a little bit about what I paid for them, where I got them, how much they sold for, and what's most important, how much money was profited on each item. We're just going to jump right into it. I got about a dozen I'd like to share with you guys, and hope I can bring a little bit of information and value for your time. First off was something I sold just this morning. Very excited. It's a beautiful Betty Boop leather, kind of like a motorcycle jacket. Very cool pattern on the sleeves. Has a great look, black and white. Made by American Tunes. It was a size small. Not a total perfect jacket, but pretty near close to mint condition. There's a few parts of the leather there that had a little bit of cracking, which I of course noted. But how beautiful is that on the back? Had very nice stitching. It just really popped. And I had seen this. I don't do a lot of Facebook groups, buying and selling, and like the local yard sale groups, garage sale sites and whatnot. But I did see someone post this for like $50. I did a little bit of homework on it, and they seemed to sell for good money. And I eventually went back and forth with the seller, and I met her in the middle at $30, and I went ahead and picked it up. And I paid $30 for it, and it eventually sold. I did that over the summer, and it just sold today for $132.76. Great sale. Went in a regional A box to Florida. Cost me about $8 to ship it. And at the end of the day, after fees and shipping and what I paid for it, I made a little over $80 for it. Took a bit of time, but it certainly paid off, and I really hope the buyer loves it. It's just a nice, cool piece. I love selling different stuff like that. Next up is a Harley Davidson t-shirt. This one was brand new with tags. Pikes Peak, Harley Davidson from Colorado Springs, Colorado. This thing popped. Absolute power. Cool eagle logo, mountain design. And I used some good keywords like bald eagle, Colorado Springs. People are going to be searching either for the town that they live in, or they collect different towns that they've been to, or they just want one from each major city. Collect them kind of like baseball cards, right? These Harley Davidson city t-shirts. So I picked this up for like $3 at a Goodwill. It was new with tags. I picked up another one which I sold, and I actually got pretty much retail value for this. I sold this for $26 plus $4 shipping. Retailed for $29.95. So cool sale there. It was, I don't see too many new with tag Harley Davidson stuff, so that was pretty cool. And it sold relatively quick. It took about a month to sell, so good flip there. Next up is nothing special, nothing flashy, but I do sell this, a pair of Brooks Brothers corduroy pants, size 38-30s. Not quite my style, but they are my size. But I decided to pass on these ugly. Not a big fan of the corduroy, but glad someone else was. Nothing as exciting as a Betty Boop coat. Nevertheless, I did get $26.99 shipped for them. Was in them for about $3 at a Salvation Army, so nothing too crazy, but it did sell. Next up is a lot of 35 silk neckties. Now, I went to the Goodwill outlet, and they rolled out one of those bins over the summer, or whenever I went, and there's just a pile of ties, and I decided, you know what, there's got to be a few winners in there. I might as well grab them all. When I got home, I sorted out and took out a few of the better ones. There's some Vineyard Vine ones in there, Thomas Pink ties, and then the leftover ones were brands that weren't too special. Chaps, Ralph Lauren, Stafford, kind of these ties that on their own may sell for $4 or $5 shipped. What I decided to do was fit as many as I can into like a flat rate box. I fit about 35 in them in a box and just said, hey, let's get rid of these in one big lot. So I took a picture of all of them, kind of hung them over my mannequin, and basically I sold it for the box of ties, 35 of them, for $40.50. I was in them for like a few cents a piece, maybe 25, 30 cents a piece. I didn't make a killing on it, but I did move for a bunch of ties for a decent amount of money. So never pass up the opportunity to lot a bunch of items together, whether that be 5 Ralph Lauren polo shirts that aren't too special, or 2 or 3 Brooks Brothers dress shirts that are all the same size. Um, Definitely a good opportunity to move a bunch of items at once, provide value to the buyer by them getting a nice lot for one price, and you be able to move inventory in bunches. Next up was my sale of the week. I was very thrilled to see this sell. This is a beautiful shot Rancher Western suede jacket. Let's look at the tag. Shot is a very expensive, very well regarded American brand. Very popular. This was a size 40. Just had a nice look to it. Saw Goodwill had this on sale for like $10, and I was like, no brainer. Lady at the checkout gave me a look because I don't look like the type of person that would wear this, but I don't care. I know someone else will, and they did. This jacket wasn't perfect. I had a little bit of wear. Of course, I disclosed it. A few signs of wear. Nothing too crazy. Nothing stained. Nothing ripped on the outside. On the inside, there's a little partial tear where you put your arm in through the sleeve. But that didn't take away from the nature of the look of the jacket. I actually the sale went through like 15 minutes before my alarm clock, so that was my alarm clock. The ching, that was nice, and I looked at my phone, and it said sale, $175 plus $12.99 shipping. So I almost got $190 for this jacket. Great sale, great return, and I made about $155 total after fees and shipping and all that. And it went relatively close to where I live, so this amazingly heavy coat only cost me like $5 or $6 to ship, so that was perfect. Next up is a pair of Michael Kors skinny stretch jeans, new at tag, size 12. Picked these up on clearance from a retail store for like $10, I believe. Yeah, $10. Listed them, and they got a watcher pretty quickly, and they sold in about a week or two. I think I had them on sale, so the ending price was $33.99 plus $6, so $39.99. Made $20 on the sale, so I doubled my money pretty quickly. Always nice to do new tag stuff. Most of the time there isn't a need to wash them. There's usually no defects, and if there are, you can of course return it. So it's really a risk-free kind of purchase. And it's nice to deal with new tag stuff because it moves a little bit quicker. Another new tag item, I got this one from a Goodwill for I think $6, maybe $8. This is a beautiful Tommy Hilfiger shirt. The colors on it just pop. They're bright, they're colorful, nice stripes. This one did have this tag, so it was brand new. 2XL, big size itself. This was a Heritage Poplin slim fit 80s 2-ply. So a lot going on with the shirt, a lot of nice features. Slim fit sells well, 2XL sells really well, and the kicker was it still had tags on it. I threw it up there for $50, let it sit there for a while. Someone offered me $35 one day, no brainer, took it, and made a nice return. I went first class. Cost about like $350 to ship, $325, somewhere in there. And at the end of the day, I made a good return there. So I don't pick up every Tommy Hilfiger shirt, even if it's new. If it's new at tags, I probably will. But the basic ones, it might be a good sell if you can get them for. You could sell them for maybe $15-20 if they're nice design. If they're boring or plain, I usually avoid them. But new at tags, 2XL, no brainer. Next up is another item I got on clearance. Paid $10 for these as well. These are a pair of Levi's 511 slim fit jeans, new at tags there, size 28-30. Skinny mini jeans, tiny jeans. I would never fit into them. I don't think I could fit my arm through them, but nevertheless, they did sell for my full asking price, $29.95 plus $5.99 shipping, much like the Michael Kors. I made about 20 bucks on the deal, and it's nice, again, dealing with newly tagged items. How did I ship these kind of pants and jeans? I like to fit them in a flat rate envelope. Those are those cardboard envelopes you can order from the USPS website. Costs with the top rated seller discount, $4.95 to ship. You can also order the legal flat rate envelopes, which are made of cardboard as well. They're a little bit bigger, but they only cost $4.99 to ship. So it really helps to keep your costs down instead of putting it in a box. So we went from these skinny jeans to the other end of the spectrum here. These are a pair of Carhartt dungaree fit wash denim blue jeans, new with tags. I picked these up at the Salvation Army, and two other pairs that were different sizes. These were quite large. These were 54-30s, big boy jeans. Big boy jeans. Very nice pair of Carhartt jeans. They sell well. This one took a while to sell, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. But I did get $33.19 plus $7.99 shipping. The buyer did message me after he bought it saying, hey, I'm going to need a week to pay. And I was like, yeah, all right. Well, we'll see how that counts. So maybe this sale, I'll have an asterisk next to it. Hopefully he follows through. But he did seem sincere, and I have no reason to believe that he won't pay me next week. But nevertheless, I did charge a little more for shipping. These probably will not fit in a flat rate envelope. Maybe a regional A box, depending on where it's going. This is a lot of denim, guys. This is quite them big pair of jeans, big boy jeans. So big sizes again sell, especially if they're newly tagged. Last item is a beautiful, beautiful Woolrich coat. Wool coat, heavy. It was very heavy. Buffalo plaid, this red and black checkered pattern. I had sold this once a couple weeks ago for $95 plus $9.99 shipping. The buyer loved it. Unfortunately, it was too small for him. Didn't fit. He had to return it. No problem. He paid return shipping. Said he would have loved to keep it, but unfortunately it didn't fit. No problem. I relisted it. And a week and a half later, I received an offer for $100 plus $9.99 shipping, so $5 more. Boom, out the door. And the buyer loved it. He did say, and this will be a lesson in customer service, guys, he did send me a message after he got it saying he loves it, but unfortunately there's he reached in his pocket and apparently his whole hand went through. Either that was my mistake, I didn't notice the hole in the pocket, or the first buyer kind of ripped it and didn't say anything. I didn't panic. He seemed a little ticked off. Said he had to take it to the dry cleaners to get repaired. And I said, I immediately, within a minute and a half, went into the transaction, sent him a $10 refund, and told him that, hey, I'm so sorry. So sorry about the inconvenience. I just credited your PayPal account for $10. I hope that's fair. And if it's not, let me know and I'll work with you. And the buyer immediately left positive feedback, messaged me back saying, thank you very much. You're a model seller. I love it. And I hope to do business with you again. So it goes to show you, if you don't fight with the customer, that's the worst thing you can do. You're going to hurt your reputation. You're going to hurt your feedback, and you're going to hurt your sales in the future. The customer isn't always right, but sometimes $10 is a small price to pay to keep someone happy. It's not that I bought them out, but it's that you take care of your buyers, especially if they spend $110 on a coat. Again, I was in this for $4.75 at a Salvation Army. I flipped it for $110. So $10 in the grand scheme of things to keep someone happy and to win their trust is a small price to pay. That's my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was worth your time. Hope you learned something. Because that's why I do these. Not only is it fun to share what I sold, not to brag, but it's kind of fun and to make these videos. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, comment below with your thoughts, both good and bad. I don't mind any criticism at all. And I hope you have a good rest of your week. Hopefully you saw some stuff today. Hopefully you sold something during this video. Maybe I brought you some good luck. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace.